We are live. Hello, everybody. I'm Vanilla Bear, and today we have Foxy,
Hello.
and we have Irate Prostate.
Solicitations.
How are you both doing?
Good.
If I was any happier, I'd be triplets.
Oh, I don't think having a cider is the best idea in this heat. But because Bear is going to be doing a drunk stream after this,
Oh, God.
yeah, I thought I'd join him on the lack of sleep.
I get to
So
go
every-
get my nails done today.
Oh, yeah.
I feel
What do they
girly.
look like?
Right now, they need to be redone. They look horrible.
Ah. So they let you have them length, or is there a certain length that you have to have them at?
Yeah, they have to be like, can't be too long, and they have to look natural.
Okay.
Fingernail Nazis.
So you don't want those long claws like you see at the chicks at Walmart, you know? They're like trying to use their phones and shit, and they're doing.
That would hurt if you break that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Vanilla?
Say that again.
The girls with the really long fingernails, you know, and they're trying to use their old smartphones and stuff, and they can't hold it because their nails are so long.
I don't see the point in long nails.
Me either.
I don't know how they can grow them that long and they be twisted. And the toenails as well. No.
Oh yeah.
That's just wrong.
Sexy.
Oh no.
Long
Can you imagine
toenails.
trying to paint it? It would be a bottle for each nail.
Especially when you get all curly and stuff.
Yeah. See, it took me like 20 years to try and grow my nails because I used to bite them. And I'm so glad I don't bite them anymore because the thought of it makes me want to be sick.
Yeah,
But
I quit
I've got
biting mine too. Yeah.
I did.
Oh. Whoops. I just hit something.
As long as I don't hit back. Oh, speaking about military stuff, apparently who was it? The UK Special Forces are going to be testing a Boba Fett style combat helmet.
Sweet.
It looks like something from a futuristic movie. It's pretty cute, pretty neat looking.
Is it any way we can look at it?
I don't know how to do the technical stuff.
I don't either. I'm on my phone.
Oh yeah. Can't put a link in the thing in the side here.
The tactical ballistic helmet. It looks like gear from a galaxy far, far, far away. Yet the soldiers of this UK Special Forces division, similar to our own Navy SEALs, are deadly serious about their equipment, and there's nothing at all theatrical in their use. I'm looking at it, and it looks like they're wearing something that makes them look like a bug.
Oh, cool.
It's like a full face shield.
Have you seen those helmets that they're wearing to fly the F-35?
I think.
It kind of looks something like that, but it's like they can literally look through the floor. They got full 360 with that. It's really, really strange, man. It's nifty. I was just watching a thing about this new technology that they're going to be using with basically like a whole squad. You know, when they're deployed out in the field, it will be like networked together, so they can spread out. And
What part of Britain do you live in, Vanilla?
North.
North.
Mm-hmm.
North of London, right? Not United Kingdom.
Way up north. Tell you what.
There's no distinctive line here.
I'll put it in the hangout.
In the side chat, I can't see that. You can just DM it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
That'll be simple. I'll do that now. But I
You
don't
have a
want to
very
give.
big national park.
We've got quite a few dotted about.
This one's big.
Oh, my phone's being gay.
Yay. Yeah, I'm not. You don't no address or anything. I'm just curious because this would be interesting. Y'all have like another one over there, a big one right there, big one right there, another one right there. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 down there. Y'all got a lot of national parks. Wow.
What are you talking about?
Looking at England on maps here, they got a lot of national parks, big ones. For such a small island, they have really big national parks.
Yeah.
We're just all land, basically. There's no houses. We live in huts.
Ah.
Right, I've sent it you in
Okay.
on Twitter.
Oh, I was like, oh, it's on right near it too. I was looking at this big one that's off to your east. Oh, it's very cloudy.
I'm trying to figure out which way I'm going.
Oh,
Oh,
apparently
so
they're very, very interested in y'all. That's pretty interesting.
Trying to think. The further up,
We're watching y'all. That's big. That's fun.
I think the further up you go, the better the national parks are.
I think we're more interested in y'all than what I was looking at originally. Oh, that's a big baseball field.
Well, I'm surprised we've still got the national parks. It's like what Viper's put, the government want to build houses. Yeah, they are taking a lot of the land. I signed a petition for where I live because they wanted to put a prison near the area, and I'm like, prison near the school? It's like literally round the corner, not a chance. I don't want pedos and murderers like being, round that area if they break out. So it's not going to happen now.
It's counterintuitive. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's too close, to home.
Exactly.
Yeah, our prisons are like out in the boondocks. That's what every state almost.
Yeah, we stick them out nowhere.
Yeah, just stick them in the middle of nowhere. That's the best thing. That one in the middle of the sea, that's the best one.
Well, that way, if somebody gets out, they got a better chance of getting them before they, contact anybody, in the before there's any collateral damage because of it.
Yeah.
Where we live, they'll probably die of exposure first.
That can happen too.
All right, so we looked at that area. Let's go look at Moscow.
Is that where you can throw a hot cup of water and it just turns into icicles when it's winter?
Oh, Moscow?
Yeah.
I believe so. They are that's why no one could ever conquer Russia. It's because of their winter.
Yep.
Us Brits might be able to because it's always cold here in winter.
I mean, we did have a Frenchman that tried and failed.
Yep. Napoleon.
Oh, apparently we're very interested in Russia. More interested than Britain.
Yeah. According to the to CNN, you know, they're our biggest enemy in the world. I don't understand that. You know, trying to reinvent, you know, recreate the Cold War just to fit this stupid political narrative that they're trying to, you know, weave. And it's so transparent. I mean, God.
I think history in the past just stays history in the past, not try and recreate things again.
Problem is, if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Russia has a very interesting infrastructure on how they built their city in Moscow. In Britain, you see it's a grid pattern. In Moscow, it's a circular pattern.
Right. Well, I think the base for London was built by Rome, wasn't it?
I have no clue.
Yeah,
I think Vanilla would know better than me.
Londinium.
Yeah.
Just the layout was by the Roman Empire. They set up base and just kind of spread out, did the road systems. They're still using a lot of it.
Oh, there is a country called Moldova.
Mm-hmm.
There are these teeny tiny little countries. There's Slovakia.
Yep. Luxembourg. That's always my
Austria.
favorite.
Hungary. Poland. Czech.
My ancestry is Czechoslovakian, so am I the traitor? And Austrian.
Okay. And Slovenia. Any Slovenian in you?
Oh, Slovenian heritage?
Yeah.
My great grandparents, I can't remember which way round who it is, but they emigrated to America. But both of them went over.
Slovenia is very, very, very tiny.
Itty bitty.
Are they supposed to be fiery?
Fiery?
You know, like quite angry tempered.
I have no clue.
I don't know where I got mine.
They're stuck in between Austria and this other country I cannot pronounce the name of.
Isn't it near like Bosnia?
No, it's Croatia.
Croatia. Yeah.
Croatia, thank you.
Yeah,
They are
Croats. Yeah.
they are like sandwiched in between those two countries, Austria and Croatia.
Yeah. Yeah, they were part of the old Czechoslovakia, I think. It's like Slovenia, Croatia, Serbia. I'm trying to picture it in my head. I need to pick up a map.
I think the weirdest name I've ever seen is Turkey. Why would you name a country after a bird?
Yeah, Turkmenistan.
Yeah.
Armenian, Georgia. This other Middle Eastern name that I cannot pronounce. Turkmenistan. Uzbekistan.
Uzbek.
When the Olympics are on and they come up with all these different like countries, I'm like, I've not heard of that one. Since when did they rename that one?
I don't know.
And then I have to say this quietly because I know he's going to do it. If they say Trinidad. It gets me every time. But I am a little bit of a traitor because I always root for us Americans than my own country slightly.
Oh, you're talking about like soccer?
Well, if we win, goals, yeah, I'm all for England. But then if there's only the Americans and they're not against, United Kingdom, then I'll stick up for the Americans. I'm like, come on.
America.
I don't even follow.
America. America. Fuck yeah. Coming to save the motherfucking day.
It just sounds so weird coming from somebody with a British accent.
It does.
Suck
Now
my
I'm in
ass
Arab.
and echo these bars. So true.
Shut up. There's going to be a murder tonight on air.
Oh,
Yes.
say can you
Shut up.
Just throw something at him.
I'm like trying to fold my t-shirt at him, but then he might find it kinky, so it's not going to happen.
Just stomp him where the sun don't shine.
Did-
Yeah,
Oh
I
no,
want
because
to-
you'll like it.
Oh.
You know how it was last time we were streaming? You were getting bit, and I got sat
Oh,
on. Yeah.
Thankfully, he's that
We
one
arranged
he's at
together.
work. Portugal, France, Switzerland. I'm
Yeah,
just
the other
looking at
night-
the different names of the countries now.
The other night, Ranting Monkey was getting, every time they would pay $20 in super chat, his wife would like twist his nipples.
Oh my god! I
I mean,
missed that.
they did it like 7 or 8 times. It was, I mean, I was like starting to hurt for the dude, man. And you know, I bet they're still purple, man. That was just funny as hell, though.
At least it's not nipple clamps left on for about good 7 hours.
Ow!
But I was going through Twitter and I'm like, I looked it there and I was like, what's up with Monkey's nipples? Is it his medication? Because I missed it. And he started laughing and then he told me like what you said. And I was like, oh, poor man. And then I started like to think, actually, no, it is probably torture because all the times they want me to have a go at Bear. Payback, innit?
What's awesome is that there's people that'll pay money to have that done, you know. That's what makes America America.
Yeah,
They have those
murder.
like in Britain too.
Fuck yeah.
Can hear you echoing, shut up.
Russia is so big. It's like gigantic, and yet it's the most miserable place on the planet.
What?
Russia?
Is
Yeah.
it Poland that looks really, really run down
I don't know.
in certain areas? I know.
Almost every country has that.
Everybody's got their ghettos.
The bad places are, mainly in Africa and the Middle East.
Yep.
I know, like places like where is it? The Congo is pretty bad. Zimbabwe is pretty bad. That other word that if I say it, you might have your stream removed.
What's that?
That
Especially now.
African nation that you got to be careful when you're saying his name.
I understand.
Oh,
So
I don't-
Niger.
that's not-
Yeah.
Niger.
Nigeria.
Oh,
But
I
they have
don't
a
know.
Nigeria, so it's like, huh? Kuwait is so teeny tiny.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was so little.
Yep.
Poor
And
Kuwait.
so damn
That's
insane.
several.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to go to Italy one day.
Italia. Florence. Such a beautiful city.
I wouldn't mind visiting Britain. Just to
You don't
troll
want
the
to come here.
bears.
You don't want to come here.
Why? I've got the old stuff. Our stuff isn't as old as your stuff.
Yeah, we'd love to see it. I'd love to see it too.
Like y'all got streets and buildings that are like older than our country.
Exactly. True history.
There is, some good places here to see, like in Chester, because it's the Romans. Not far from me, they took up the last in of the Roman roads, because they built bloody an industrial estate on there now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
What
I'm a bit gutted about that.
What do they do with the stones from that?
It'd be right underneath.
Oh,
So
wow.
they're only allowed to go a certain depth because it's historical, isn't it? So they're not allowed to disrupt it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just ancient history there, you know, just
Yeah.
sitting.
It's interesting how your country's divided up.
Yeah. Because, like, Nottingham is Robin Hood. Or is it?
Robin Hood, little John, running through the forest.
Oh,
Is
y'all
it?
are patriarchy. Y'all have Isle of Man.
Yeah.
That's at the bottom, I think. Or
That's an
somewhere.
island.
Oh,
Right?
you won't want
It's
to
the
go.
Midlands. Where it is.
The Isle of
Yeah,
Man.
Man.
The Midlands.
Yeah.
Fucking Isle of Man.
No, do one about Isle of Man. You need to watch the stream
What
and then
about
you'll
it?
understand.
That's in the Irish Sea.
Yeah,
It's
the Isle
patriarchy.
of Yeah.
Patriarchy.
Then
Sheriffsfield.
like the Braveheart stuff.
Scotland's got the kilts, right?
Yeah. And then
Okay.
you got Henry VIII down bottom.
You got Scotland, United Kingdom, England, and Wales. That's how it looks like it's divided up.
It's only divided up into three. So you got Wales and UK. Well, not UK.
England, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay, so they're just calling the entire island the United Kingdom. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it now. I get it. I had to get
So
it organized.
why did Hadrian build the wall?
Say that again.
Why did Hadrian, what was the reason Hadrian's wall was constructed? Does anybody know?
No.
That is outside my history.
And then the Antonian wall, which is like, I think it separates, I want to say it separates looks like Scotland from the rest of the island. And then Hadrian's wall is like, looks like, is that Wales? Is Wales like right in the middle?
No, Wales is on the west side of England.
Yeah, it's not, okay. All right. So it's
Yeah,
just the middle top half of England then.
No, I don't know if that'd be around Newcastle or
Newcastle.
further up.
Let me see if I can find another map.
Don't use Google. They suck.
Oh, I'm looking at
Wikipedia.
Wiki.
Wiki gets their maps from Google. That's why Wiki sucks. Why I don't use Google Maps.
What do you like?
Oh,
Could you need?
I'm on a special site.
Do you think that I know more about his Romans because being in like infants and primary, it was the Romans were bombarded us with all the information and World War One and World War Two.
The Romans and World War One, World War Two. What?
Our curriculum at the time was the Romans, World War One and World War Two.
So like your history class?
And whenever we had a test, I got top marks for the World Wars because I was quite good at remembering dates and everything else.
Oh, I wish I had that ability. I can barely remember my own birthday half the time.
I am that special. If I get too drunk, I've got my name tattooed up. I
need to
Didn't you
put
say
my own birthday on me because I keep forgetting it.
Didn't you say your grandfather was an American that fought in
Yeah,
World War II?
I can't remember which one he fought in, but he Yeah,
If it
he's
was
from
grandfather,
America.
then it'll be World War II, right?
It'd have to be two.
Yeah.
Your great grandfather would have fought in World War One.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't know that 'cause I don't know a lot of.
Just
My
age
grandpa-
range.
I know there was quite a lot of because back then it was like the first or how many in for, or what did they call it? Is it recession?
The Great Depression?
Yeah,
Because
that's
that was
it.
World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right after the Depression. Yeah.
I know my great grandfather died of complications from mustard gas poisoning from World War One.
Wow. That would do it. That shit was nasty.
And it's scary, it's being used again.
Yeah, and that's the kinder of the chemical weapons that are out there, you know.
I wouldn't say that's kinder. You
Well, you know what I'm
kinda
yeah, that's kind of
drowned
the
it
point.
in your own fluids.
Yeah, exactly. It's horrible. That's there was it should be outlawed because I'm
It is
telling you.
outlawed.
Yeah, I know.
The problem is dictator regimes that are outside of NATO control don't really care about international law.
Right.
So all our training has been like chemical warfare heavy.
Wow.
Yeah, to the west of where I live is the chemical disposal facility for the United States.
Oh, I'm looking at imagery of Mosul. That place is destroyed. I mean, that place is ruined.
Because
Yeah,
they did a few nuclear testing in Las Vegas, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
you could sit outside and watch it. Didn't really realize that it could damage your health.
They learned the hard way afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got leukemia or
Oh my God, this is sad. I remember Mosul too. Mosul didn't look like this when I was over there.
all right. So Hadrian's Wall separates the kingdom from Scotland.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Yeah, it's just slightly north of Carlisle, in the UK, and it's significantly north of Newcastle.
Yeah, I wasn't far off. I said Newcastle, and I don't know jack shit. But there you go.
You want to know an interesting little historical tidbit? In France, there is a literal no-go zone, and it's left over from World War One, and it is so littered with unexploded ordnance that they had to quarantine the entire area off, and it's still quarantined today.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. I've never stepped foot out the country, but I've stepped foot out the county.
They cleared out a pathway in France in that one spot, so they can actually bring in a little bit of tourism. You have to stay on that path though, and they use the money to help with the EOD to clear out some of the unexploded ordnance.
Yeah, it seemed like they'd be able to do that now, though, don't you think? With some automated stuff.
Nah, it's not as easy as people think. Because you can't see it. It's from World War One, so half of it's buried still.
Right. Well, can they use that ground penetrating radar stuff? And some kind of automated.
You risk setting it off.
That's true. And then you blow up an expensive radar
Yeah.
unit.
Slight vibrations can set it off, but it's really interesting because I saw
That is
pictures of
crazy.
it and video of it. It's a historical site near the front line, of World War One.
Hey Foxy, I don't know whether you'd be able to see it in the chat. Jack of all, he was a pilot of a helicopter. Someone that was a pilot. Oh, Jack of all, his granddad was a pilot in the RAF in World War One, and Jack of all said that he was a pilot of a helicopter in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Oh, wow.
That's so neat.
Yeah.
Oh, that place was destroyed.
My cousin went over and he was a postman.
Yeah, and it makes me sad seeing Mosul like this because we had this city and it had started thriving again, and then we left, and we left in a bad way. We didn't leave like we should have, and it got overtaken.
Thanks,
And now
Obama.
it's ruined.
Yep.
You're not going to like me, but I like Obama because he can sing.
Was that his only
Saying he's
skill?
not a very good leader.
Well, he sung Al Green and I like Al Green, so he won me over.
Oh.
I'm glad I never heard that.
I didn't know he could sing.
Do you need...
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
I'm not... I don't really follow politics. I don't really, you know, because I get my hair off and then it's like I'm just shutting myself off. But out of all the presidents, I think he's the only one that's allowed, you know, children to come in and learn how to grow vegetables, and they've planted them, you know, at the White House with Michelle. And
I think every president had done something unique with children.
yeah, but I think they're the only one that they've allowed, you know, children from deprived areas to go into the White House to do it.
Right to survive.
Yeah, that was a big PR stunt that he and Michelle did, and there was also this thing that Michelle Obama did with the school lunch program, and there was a hashtag Thanks Michelle on Twitter. You can probably still pull it up and look at some of the pictures of some of the horrible combinations of food that were out there, man. Like it was. I'll look it up and see what I find.
It was pretty funny though. Some of the hashtags were pretty funny.
But
The food was bad.
yeah, I can remember when I don't speak to my granddad now, but I remember going into his living room and you've got George W. Bush Jr., George W. Bush Senior. Is it Reagan on a horse? And there's another one. But they were all signed to him because one of my aunties used to work in the White House. So she used to get the autographs for him and send them over. So his living room was just full of the American president's pictures.
I like Reagan.
Is that the one that got shot?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was that, what's her name, Jodie? That
Yeah.
he had a thing for, but that he was like obsessed with.
Oh, that no.
Jodie Foster. This
That's
one.
it.
That
Yeah.
was Carter.
They've let him out now, haven't they?
That was his name is John Hinckley. I
Yeah.
think.
No, he's
Yeah.
definitely not out.
Because I remember seeing something that they were going to release him at one point.
And he's never going to get released.
Yeah, but they let him out of the nut hut and let him like have Christmas and stuff with his people. They kind of give him a long leash because he's been such a good patient.
Oh, so he was psycho.
Well, that's what they ruled. Yeah, because he had that obsession with Jodie Foster. It was almost like he had watched the movie Taxi Driver.
Oh, but it was wasn't it? Is it Robert De Niro? We had a thing as well, where drinking one of his drinks that he had on the show, and wearing that camouflage jacket.
Yeah, that's that Taxi Driver. That's the name of that
Yeah.
film. Yeah. Scorsese's first big one, yeah. Yeah, I'm a big Scorsese freak. I love his filmmaking talent. But Mean Streets is his first big one, and that's got Harvey Keitel and De Niro in it, and you can tell that. I mean, they look like kids. And then he did Taxi Driver, and that's kind of what got him big. And he did, I think, this Rolling Stone. He didn't know it was The Last Waltz. It was this band called The Band. You've ever heard of them?
The Band. Nah.
You know
No.
that song, "Take a Load Off Manny, Take a Load for Free, Take a Load
Nah.
Off Manny, Put the load right on me."
I'm pretty sure Bear will know.
No.
Yeah.
Don't get him started.
Did that song, the night they drove old Dixie down. Remember that song? The night
Nope.
they drove old Dixie down.
I'm afraid I don't.
Yeah.
I'm picky about the music I listen to.
Yeah. What are you into?
Heavy rock,
Yeah.
like Five Finger Death Punch and
Yes.
Avenged Sevenfold.
Okay. You like the thumpy stuff. Yeah.
I
Cool.
like Five Finger Death Punch.
I love Five Finger Death Punch.
Listen to that now.
If I'm angry, Bear knows if when I'm angry, I'll play Cradle of Filth, Her Ghost Lost in the Fog, because it's just noise and I don't need to scream, it gets it out for me.
There's one song he did a co-song. I can't remember the name of it, but it was with Judas Priest.
Yeah. I'm a big Priest. I've seen Judas Priest live back in the day when they were really, really, really good.
My husband loves the song "Breaking the Law."
Yeah, that tour. I saw that tour, and I saw the one after it with the Screaming for Vengeance.
I've never gone to an actual concert before.
Wow.
Oh, you need to go. It's the best atmosphere. I went to see Linkin Park on my birthday, so.
I think my problem is I probably want to end up killing people because there's always too many people.
I was seated, so I was all right. But I don't know whether you've heard of them. They were touring with Linkin Park. It's of Mice and Men.
No, I hadn't heard them.
They are a good band. And watching them, they were amazing. Because where we were sat, we could see, we were at a good view. And the lead singer of Mice and Men got them all to bend down and then all jump at the same time, and it looked amazing. I'm like, I want to be down there.
Oh, that's so cool.
But the atmosphere when Linkin Park come on, everyone was.
Wait. Why don't I have a fucking wrench?
Oh my god, what's he doing now?
Because I've not given him a rent.
He'll kick everybody out of the chat.
I'll block you if you carry on.
What's going on in the chat?
He'll delete everybody. That's what he'll do. He's an evil troller of chats.
Give me a wrench.
Over the mouse, I put my speech in the chat, and then click the little triple dot thing, and then click add moderator.
Ugh. Now I've given it in. Pain in the ass.
You should make him earn his wrench.
So that is doing washing up tomorrow. But the Linkin Park was amazing live. Like as you know where I am from about, you couldn't hear Chester. We overpowered him. Us Northern Lungs overpowered Chester, but it was lovely.
Oh wow. I don't know. My husband's been to a few. He made the mistake of going to a Rammstein concert and not knowing what he was getting into before he went to it.
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
Rammstein are very unique.
I love them, man. They are awesome. I love industrial.
I love Rammstein.
I used to go band night on a Friday, so I used to get knocked about a bit.
You a fan? Go ahead.
Have you seen any other live performances though? It's not G-rated. It's not even rated PG-13. That's kind of like a rated R performance.
Yeah.
If you like industrial, have you ever heard of a band called Ministry?
Mm-mm.
No.
No? Ministry? Oh, Lord. They're excellent.
Well-
They're kind of like Nine Inch Nails beforehand.
I'll have to have a
Eh,
look.
I can only handle so much Nine Inch Nails before I want to claw my own eyes out.
Oh, yeah. That Pretty Hate Machine is good stuff. And then when it came after it, the Downward Spiral, that's a great album. You know, the original version of Hurt. That's got a great video. And then the other one, I want to eat like an animal.
Am I looking at the Vatican? Oh no.
Have you heard of Bullet for My Valentine?
Yeah.
Well, Bear's been to see them, and he said it's amazing.
I want to go see an Evanescence. Oh, there's a Vatican.
Evanescence. Oh, yes.
Oh, I don't even have to zoom in on this thing, and I can tell what it is. Jeez.
Her version of Heart-Shaped Box is good.
Let's see, who else do I want to see live? I know I want to see Five Finger Death Punch. I want to see Evanescence. And, I don't know. I think that's all the ones I want to see.
Well, I was supposed to have seen Linkin Park this year, but because of the Manchester bombing, I didn't go.
And
Oh, they
then,
cancelled it?
and then he,
You know, they did Birmingham instead of Manchester,
Oh.
and that was his last one. But I have struggled to listen, to their songs.
it's so sad.
Because, everyone can relate. We've all been in that dark place. I've been in that dark place.
Yeah.
And like
Didn't his wife
him,
come out with a letter?
pardon?
I think his wife
Yeah.
came out with a letter.
Yeah, she done a letter. It was so lovely. But I tell you what, I've never known, because I've got Linkin Park live on Twitter, and all the ambassadors and everything. They have been so supportive. They've helped fans out. There's been a few that wanted to commit suicide because it's like you've lost a friend. And they've been around the clock 24/7 talking to the fans. They've been doing memorials around the world. It's like over 300 that they've done, little memorials for Chester. What else? He had the funeral on Saturday afternoon, and the ones that were stood outside got a wristband with Chester's Beddington on it, a VIP pass, the necklace thing they have to wear, and they got the funeral service. And there's been a couple of people that have put them on eBay, and they've been like bidding up to like $222. All the fans, all the ambassadors have basically targeted them to take it down, because it's like, it's not on. You don't sell stuff like that on eBay just so you can make money.
Oh, you want to hear a happy story?
Yeah.
This is cool. I like this story. Okay, so a little girl's dog is being hailed as a hero for attacking and driving off a stranger trying to abduct the little girl.
Cool.
And I don't know what city. It was in Virginia.
Cool.
I've got a relative there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I did see one of that. Was it a dog that attacked a little boy outside his house, and the cat was running off after it?
Yeah, the cat attacked the dog. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a badass cat. I saw that
That's
video.
right. Or a lame dog.
All right, let's see what's going on in London. Da, 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 da.
Acids attack in London. It's getting beyond a joke now.
Oh, there's more of those?
Yeah, I think there was one either yesterday or today.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah, it's getting too much now. I know there was one a few weeks ago, and the lads like it. You know, like the sleeping bag jackets, the puffer jackets, but they're like sleeping bags, aren't they? With arms. That was right the way through to the other side. The hole was. Because he was, but they're doing it on mopeds.
See, the BBC did something stupid again, as usual. They promote the Najab with terror jokes. I guess they did that on a episode. Let's see.
But I think they did like a panorama on it yesterday, you know, in England, of these people that are on mopeds. They're not insured, they've got false number plates on, and they're just attacking people.
This is why we have guns here.
If I had a gun, I think I'll fall over if I shoot it.
Not if you get the right caliber. Well, looks like Poland is fighting back too.
What?
Are you infantry?
Me? No.
Okay.
I can't be infantry.
Well, that's good.
It says they were trying to blackmail Poland into accepting more refugees, the EU. So now the EU are considering like sanctions or against Poland.
Poland,
and
fuck themselves.
Germany is running the EU pretty much.
Yeah.
So what Poland's doing now is that they're demanding reparations for Germany for the massive losses inflicted on Poland during World War II.
Damn, Skippy. Nicely played.
What?
You can't go another one. Piss off. So annoying.
Nicely played.
What, Poland?
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. That's funny.
I think it's genius. Keep it up, man. It's like Germany's trying to push everybody around again. You know, it's like, we're so liberal now.
It says World War II, which began with the German invasion of Poland in 1939, killed nearly 6 million Polish citizens and wrought huge material losses on the country, including the near destruction of Warsaw. So now they are demanding their reparations from Germany for all that happened.
I love it. I love it. They're just telling everybody to just go fuck themselves, man. I love it. Poland is just, you know, I guess after the Soviet Union, they're like, no, we're not, no, never again.
What do you think, Vanilla?
Sorry, I forgot to tell you that I went off for blow the fag, so I missed the conversation. Sorry.
Germany is trying to push Poland into accepting more refugees by pretty much blackmailing them with sanctions, saying, well, we're going to label sanctions against you if you don't accept refugees. So now Poland is going to Germany saying, okay, you owe us our reparations from World War II.
Yeah, but it's no crime or like know if any of the immigrants going in.
What happened?
Because I remember looking up ages ago, there was a map that was up of all the countries that have took in immigrants, and you know, there's been the rapes, there's been, you know, and I think
Poland
it was
hasn't accepted any.
Yeah, Poland's the only one. I think they should stand the ground, you know, and lead by example. You know, the
EU gives Hungary and Poland 1 month to back down and accept migrant quotas. Poland's response is, Germany, give us our money.
Yep, reparations. That's genius.
We've always been brought up for not to blackmail because it doesn't win you any friends.
Poland isn't teeny tiny either. What do they think they're going to be doing?
Exactly.
There's nothing there. There's no job, so...
I mean, I've listened to, you know, Barbara, the young lady from Slovakia that does YouTube videos.
She's from Slovenia. Yeah.
Slovenia. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. There, Slovenia. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that teeny tiny one.
Barbara, for you to see. Yes.
Yeah,
That-
she had a video up about what the migrants have done to the economy there.
Yeah.
But Poland ain't little bitty like Slovenia.
No, and I'm telling you, they have grown a huge spine because the Soviet Union is, when they did that whole deal, when they started striking back in the late 70s, early 80s, all the solidarity things, Lech Walesa and all that stuff, that was a major change in the whole Polish people's outlook, and then they had the Pope, who was also helping. He was a major player in the dissolution of the Soviet Union too. Not a lot of people really know that, but he was of Polish descent. And did you know he had children, Pope John Paul II?
I did not know that man had children. I thought that was against the Orthodox.
No, well, see, the deal is that he had been married and had a wife, and then he became a priest after she was killed.
Okay, that makes sense.
So his story is fascinating. He's an interesting dude, and he helped bring down the Soviet Union because he was born in Poland. He lived through the whole World War II and then the post-war stuff.
All right, so back in 2003, there was a 14-year-old, that was killed by a gang member and turned into kebab meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is up with y'all over there?
Yeah.
That's just.
Yeah, it was like a 13, 14-year-old girl that was missing for a long time, and then they busted the people, and they said, that they had turned her into kebabs and stuff, man.
Oh,
Dude.
Oh no.
why?
Ugh.
Bank of England workers on strike for the first time in 50 years.
They won't go on strike. They just want top dollar.
Apparently, they wore comical masks depicting the face of Governor Mark Carney. I'm trying to look at just the news from England. I have to scroll through all these other news sources
We're
that are
boring.
well, y'all do have gang members turning people into kebabs.
Well, all right. What news source in the UK is considered the conservative-based news source?
I think it's BBC.
BBC
Really?
is not conservative.
Dude.
BBC is way like psycho.
Or there's we have ITV News,
Okay.
and we have Channel 4 News.
ITV,
And-
that's Irish, right?
No.
Channel 4, Sky.
We have. You can only.
Sky News.
Yes, the Sky News. And we have BBC Parliament. Oh, I'd rather go to sleep. And I think who else we've got. We have Channel 5, but they're like a 10-minute or half an hour, bulletin.
Oh, they're like little bitty local news.
Yeah. Well, we have Granada,
That's ITV.
which is like regional. Because we have like BBC Northwest or like it's the Midlands.
London riots. Cambridge University diversity officer under investigation after anti-white racist rant.
Uh-oh. Go for it. Read it.
We just argue over anything.
Apparently, but I can't pronounce his name. It's a really long name, but ethical minorities officer for Pembroke College at the University of Cambridge is under investigation after cheering on violent Black Lives Matter riots in an extraordinary anti-white online rant.
Ooh.
I thought our universities were bad.
Yeah.
In Australia, women need Muslims to fertilize them.
So say that again.
I read that correctly.
Please repeat. Please repeat.
Australian women need Muslims to fertilize them.
How did they come up with that concoction?
It was Hala chief. Why does that always sound stupid? Some imam, I think. It's a Muhammad person. He went to Facebook and told his followers that the Australian white men have like low sperm count, so now it's up to the Muslim men to fertilize the women.
Wow. I wonder what Sugar Tits would have to say about that.
I don't know. I hope he does something about it.
Don't take this the wrong way, right? You know, like with the Muslim women. Are they the one that wear the burqas? Or the head things?
Yeah.
They have like, if it's a headscarf of any kind, it could be the hijab, the burqa, or the
Burqa's
the one that gets at the end.
that covers everything, doesn't it? The burqa.
Yeah, that's the whole body one that makes them look like trash bags.
Yeah, like a sheet. Yeah.
I was in the supermarket and there was one of the women wearing that. And you know what? I've always been told you've got to show your face while you're talking and everything. It's how we've been brought up. But that actually scared me.
It is scary, especially when you see like a herd of them walking down the street.
You know, just seeing the eyes. And I'm like,
they're watching you.
You know, each to their own. If they want to wear it, wear it. But I'd rather see the face so I know exactly what the face is doing than have it covered up.
You just don't know if they're sticking their tongue out at you.
Yeah, or like being angry, you know, doing the mouse scowl.
Well, it's like over here, you know, those Antifa people, you know, are covering up their faces. You know, it's just like the Ku Klux Klan.
Well, there's laws in place that you're not allowed to wear masks at protests, and I know southern states are very keen on that.
Yeah, exactly, because of the Klan, man. And
no, but the South is the most racist people in the world. You know that.
Of course.
Right,
like the British are colonialists.
You know, to be honest with you, I think it's the exact opposite is true. I think that from my experience, because I've talked to other people from like, you know, Midwest and from, you know, Western United States, man, and they are ridiculously racist, man. And it's like, you know, and I don't know, I think it's all the history of what we had to go through here in the South I think that has benefited the relationship between, you know, black and white people. It's never going to be, you know, what word I'm looking for? Amicable, on a, you know, 100% amicable, because we've got, you know, people that are profiting continually off of the disrupting the peace between races. You know, things were going pretty good, I thought, you know, until, you know, the last 8 years. And I don't know what the hell is going on, man. You know, I remember right after 9/11, you know, it was for the first time I felt like my country was whole. I don't know.
But I'm going to have to cut it off now so Bear can stream.
It's okay. I'll listen to him and troll him in his chat.
Yeah, let's go and troll him.
You better give me a wrench or I'm going to be upset.
Troll time.
You got to give Foxy a wrench or she's going to get upset. He's going to do it.
Yay!
All right, guys. I've been Vanilla Bear and Foxy and Ellie. Thank you for chatting with me.
You're lovely as
No
ever.
problem.
And I'll see you all soon.
Thanks,
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
Bye.